You really don't know where you're going until you see where you've been or where you come from.
To Chris Webber, history isn't confined to the dates and details we all learned in the classroom. It lives with him in a valuable and passionate collection he owns. Historical documents, pictures, letters, books, postcards, chronicling the struggles of African Americans.
These pieces inspire me. Some of these guys have sloppy handwriting. Some of these guys looks like they wore funny clothes or whatever, but when it comes down to it, we're all human and we all can make a difference.
One of the centerpieces of Chris's collection is actually older than the United States itself. It's a first edition book of poems written by Phillis Wheatley, a Nigerian girl kidnapped by slave traders. She was sent to America and sold to a family in Boston. There, she taught herself English, Latin, and Greek while still a child. Wheatley's volume of poetry, published in 1773, is a landmark piece in American literature.
The first book written by an African-American woman and the second novel published by a woman, period. So it's so old, you know, you really can't even touch the pages on that. I just admire her for being self-taught and really not having all excuses in the world but not making any, and just learning and picking herself up by her bootstraps.
It would be 56 years before another Black American published a work of literature.
My name is Frederick Douglass. I am the son of a slave and a white man.
Frederick Douglass basically was a martyr for us. He was self-taught as well, and when he died, one thing that's special about having these pieces, when he died, they burned his house with all of his works. So these are the few pieces that are left of his legacy, and actually, just to see the handwriting of a man who taught himself how to write to me is something special.
Webber's collection also includes pieces from two men whose lives began in slavery and ended in the 20th century. Booker T. Washington, author and educator who founded the Tuskegee Institute, a teacher's college in Alabama, as well as the famed scientist, George Washington Carver.
We all come from backgrounds where there are a lot of obstacles in our way, but if we can look at people like Booker T. Washington or George Washington Carver, that none of us can compare our lives and our start-off point to theirs. And, you know, we all have excuses, but we shouldn't pay attention to them. We should overcome them.
From the Civil Rights Movement, postcards written by Malcolm X to his biographer, Alex Haley, and signed pieces from Martin Luther King Jr. round out the core of a growing collection C-Web hopes will educate and inspire, especially youngsters.
Because there's so many stories from different people's races, different people's religions, different people's beliefs, that really I just want stories and pieces from history to uplift people and to encourage people.
Ron Hyde, KCRA 3 Sports.